What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Tori Grace, and we are locked in and ready for another episode of Woman Crush Wednesdays. Okay. It's been crazy the last few weeks. We've had coronavirus everywhere. There's people dropping left and right. It's officially hit Atlanta, and everybody is spazzed out. So today we're going to talk sanitation. First and foremost, one of the biggest things that teachers ask at the beginning of the school year every single year is if your child is flipping sick, stay at home. We get these wonderful things sent home from the daycare, the school, everything, talking about, hey, if your kid is sick, just keep them home. Guys, this same rule applies to you. If you got the sniffles, a scratchy throat, a runny eyeball, like you're coughing, stay at home. Like, I'm upset that these are things that have to be told to people still, like you've not lived on this planet for umpteen thousand years, and we know what the rules and regulations are for illness. Like, seriously, like, it's really bad. You see signs posted on the doors in the bathrooms and restaurants and everything else where you have to remind people to wash your freaking hands. Like, seriously, it's 2020. Good sanitation and hygiene is something that you should be dealing with anyway and on a regular basis. I know that my son has had like his little hygiene courses and whatnot in school already, and this was in elementary school that we had the whole wash your hand topic and conversation. My friends have been posting pictures of like the little sandwich meat or whatever that's been left out and put on the different shelves. It might be bread, whatever it is, but it's like they're growing the germs on the food so that you can kind of see the mold and mildew and where germs are coming from. So to me, coronavirus going around, first and foremost, if you check your Lysol can, coronavirus has been something that's been around for a while, and it's not something that's new to the United States. Like, it's something that's been there. It is most definitely a mutated strand is what we have that we're dealing with at this particular point. But coronavirus, seriously, like, you guys, the whole problem right now is more so people and their sanitation and not understanding, hey, I don't feel good, stay at home. Hey, you don't look good. Hey, you're running a fever. If you are currently running a fever, it means you are contagious. If you do not believe me, go ask your doctor. Until you are fever free for a whole 24 hours, you should not go around anybody. Like, I've learned things about this, like, as years have gone on, of being sick. Growing up, mom take you to the doctor because you're running a fever. Like, the whole quarantine thing, because I'm from a family of 8. One kid gets sick, like, you're stuck in your room, door closed, don't come out. Vicks Vapor Rub down the chest, the humidifier in the room, like, cover up, socks on your feet, don't breathe, chicken noodle soup, don't leave your room. Like, don't even step foot out of the house. So to me, it's like people are just not following old school methods of keeping stuff clean. Seriously, when's the last time you did spring cleaning? When is the last time that you cleaned before, like, the holidays? Typically, if you think about it, people do, like, deep cleaning. You should be doing deep cleaning once a month. But if you don't, for whatever reason, like, if you pick the seasons to do your major cleanings, then you're positive you're going to get a freaking major cleaning 4 times a year. The seasons change. Like, spring, summer, winter, fall. That's when you clean your house. You scrub down, deep clean. Now, if you are trying to ensure that you are keeping it sanitary, you should be spraying down bathrooms, kitchen counters, and doors on a daily basis. And yes, people are like, oh my God, doors spraying down on a daily basis. I just don't have time. Yes, you have plenty of time. Now, there's the whole thing going on right now where some people are like, don't use hand sanitizer. If in a dire need of, I can't wash my hands, hand sanitizer is the best thing to use. It's better than nothing, honestly. But soap and water is always the best method of precaution for any kind of dirt or passing germs along. The thing is, sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or Happy Birthday, 20 seconds of washing your hands to ensure that you're not spreading fungus and germs. Check for mucus color in your nose, legitimately, seriously. If it's green or yellow, you've got some type of infection, you don't need to be around anybody. Like, you need to be laying at home in your bed, on your couch, flicking through Netflix, watching some TV and chilling. Like, you don't need to be around anyone, and you need to sit down. Signs of being sick include you being extra tired. If you feel overly exhausted and you've not really done much of anything, that's probably a sign that you're getting sick or you're already sick. Oh my gosh, you guys. Like, working in small confined spaces, most of us work in an office, or if you don't work in an office, you work around people. Period. Like, unless you're a self-employed small business owner that works for yourself and by yourself behind a computer where nobody can see you and interact with you, you're around others. So be a little considerate. Yes, we get it. Everybody doesn't have vacation days, but you going to work and making other people infected with your yuck, like, I don't have time to get sick. I've got podcasts to run. I've got children to raise. I've got a gym to go to. Like, seriously, this is something that people are like, oh my god, it's the movie Outbreak all over again, we're gonna die, everybody's gonna get sick. No, we're not gonna all die, but we do need to take extra steps to ensuring that we are taking care of ourselves. If you have waited until now to start taking vitamin C, it's a little late. Vitamin C is something that you're supposed to take ongoing on a daily and regular basis, and if you're already sick, you're already too late to put the vitamin C in your system. Like, whatever was going to be in your system, it's already gotten in. My family is kind of a herbal remedy kind of family. We like to do elderberry, echinacea, silver. What else do we use? Astragalus root. I might have said that wrong, but that's something else that my family uses. And of course, we take our multivitamins, and then we use ester C, which is another form of vitamin C. Now, mind you guys, again, I'm not a doctor. This is just my personal preference on things that we use at my house. So don't say, oh, well, Tori told us that we should do this. No, these are the things that work for my house and my family. My house also has one of those gigantic filters that's been installed in the home to keep mold and mildew and like different types of bacterias and things growing in the house. Most of us in my family have some type of allergy problem. I'm the lucky person that, for lack of better words, I'm allergic to air. The weather can change, it sets me off. It could rain, I'll get a migraine, then my nose is stuffy. Leaves start falling off trees, I'm automatically sick. So I just happen to be the lucky person. So for me, keeping dust and dirt out of my home is very important. Yes, we do have a dog, but we also, like I said, we have the big filter in the house, and then we have the air purifier. We have a small one upstairs that it works enough to clean like mass amounts of air in a short period of time. Those are things that you can pick up at Walmart, Amazon, things of that nature. We also use a lot of Lysol. We try to steer clear of because of my asthma. Yeah, I got asthma as well. I'm so lucky. But we use a lot of Pine Sol and water, old school. Why? Because Pine Sol kills 99.9% of bacteria, and it doesn't have that fume like Lysol does. Pine Sol is also one of the only things that kills mold and mildew. When you use bleach on cleaning up, a lot of the times bleach just bleaches down whatever it is, and the fumes are very toxic and they can upset your lungs, especially for younger children or people with asthma or older people. So bleach is not something that you just want to be pouring all over everything trying to clean up. Ammonia is something else that goes good to clean, but ammonia you cannot mix with anything. Ammonia and water, that's pretty much it, and that is a very strong smell. If you have wax on your floors, the ammonia will remove the wax. So if you're concerned about people's breathing and whatnot, lemon juice, water, white vinegar, those three in a combination, whichever you feel you want to go a little bit stronger with the vinegar, by all means, you could do so. Like, there are different ways to use that so you can clean, and you can use vinegar also in your laundry. That's another good thing. It really helps to keep your whites white, and it is a disinfectant. Something else my family uses is apple cider vinegar. I did leave that one off. Apple cider vinegar, heads up, it is strong as heck. Like, you take apple cider vinegar, you're going to need to mix it with something to drink it down. But grab yourself a bottle of Bragg's. You can go to Farmer's Market, Kroger, pretty much any grocery store sells it. Follow the steps on the container on how to take it internally. Be careful with too much acid. If you have ulcers or things like that, you need to talk to your physician before you start using apple cider vinegar. Taking off shoes. So my coworker does the thing with her babies where she's got like the Lysol in the car that she kind of uses to keep the yuck from coming into her house. We're doing the same at my home now. Bags, backpacks, shoes, jackets. Before they even enter my house, or if they've come inside, they're like Lysol down, hung up to air out. Everybody goes straight to wash your hands, and whatever you had on at work or school now comes off and goes straight in the wash. Which honestly, we should be doing anyway before the kind of germ things go about, because before coronavirus was like, oh my God, we're all gonna die. You got other stuff, flu, stomach bug, that kind of thing. Like, you guys, last year somebody sent their little sick kid to school and literally took my whole family out for my son's birthday. Like, 13 didn't exist. He's never going to forget his 13th birthday because he was at home running a fever, like puking his guts up for the whole weekend. My whole family was down. So, like I said, just, keep your little sick kid at home and away from me and my kids. But yeah, so we have started to do the Lysol thing before stuff comes in the house, and just, we've always taken our shoes off for as long as I can remember. Like, we moved to Hawaii. When we got there, it is cultural for you to remove your shoes before you enter somebody's house. And the reason being is so you don't track the germs, but also like the spirits from outside into somebody's home. So you take your shoes off and you either go barefoot, or like most of the families would have like little socks or footies, or depending on if you were at someone's home that was Asian, they would give you like the little sandals to put on, because one of my classmates, she had sandals or like little slide-on shoes to wear. Guests would always wear those, and then when they would leave, her mom would sanitize them down with like Pine Sol and water, or just a can of Lysol. Like, there are ways to prevent spreading of germs. Sneezing, guys. Sneeze into your elbow. Like, I literally have to tell you this because this is not something that people do. Sneeze in your elbow. Sneeze into your shirt. Do not sneeze in your hand and then sit over here and type back on the computer and then go touch the clock in and out clock that everybody has to use, or the cell phone, or the light switch, or even the bathroom door. Like, that's disgusting. Like, I get you're going into the bathroom to wash your hands, but unless the bathroom has one of those doors that you push with like your elbow, or you can use your body to push in on your way into the bathroom, you just spread like germs to every person in the 2-second radius of the door. Most times germs can live on the door, depending on what they are, for a day or 2 or 3. And it's creepy because they just don't die once they get into the air like you'd think some germs do. Yes, some stuff will die as soon as it hits the air, but if you sneeze in your hand, you pretty much have a loaded weapon of, like, yuck, for lack of better words. I can't think of any other word to call it but nasty. Oh my God, you're disgusting. Clean your desk down at work. We are now doing, like, the whole Lysol thing. They gave us, like, hospital-grade cleaner to scrub our desk down, all the things that you use on a regular basis, including your earbuds at home. And you guys, your cell phone is like Funkmo City. Like, rubbing alcohol, cotton ball, wipe your phone down on a regular basis. Like, that should be something you do anyway. If you ever did like the little Q-tip test, your cell phone has almost as much germs, if not more, than a toilet bowl. Yeah, disgusting. And then your elevator buttons, you think the bathroom's nasty. The elevator buttons have more germs on elevator buttons than a toilet does. So these are things like you guys keep in mind where germs are going, because everybody doesn't use the public restroom. And some people cover and hover, like cover the toilet, squat, and don't sit. Y'all men out there are lucky. Y'all whip it out, pee, and go and call it a day. Y'all rarely to never touch a toilet unless you're dropping a deuce. But you guys, it's preventable. It's something that you can take care of. Vacuum your floors, get a HEPA filter, empty your vacuum cleaner out. Like, don't leave your vacuum bag till it's overflowing with germs and yuck. Most vacuum cleaners nowadays are made where you can kind of wash the filter out and keep it moving. You guys need to be washing your filters out again. Wash it out, clean it off, let it dry, make sure there's no mold and mildew growing. Using like the clean, what do you want to call them? Like the safety type cleaners, like your Methods and your Walgreens brand, whatever the cleaner is, that it's all natural ingredients. Those are totally fine, guys. Like, as long as you're wiping down the surface rather than just leaving it. I know some people just can't get away from their old Pine Sol and water or their bleach. By all means, whatever you need to do to make you feel good, just clean your crap up, okay? That's all we're asking. And keep your germy kids home. They are urging from the Surgeon General to please stop buying face masks. There are people that legitimately need them. Like, if I have to go to the doctor, I need my doctor to have on a face mask so that I'm not getting germs from other people. Please and thank you. If you absolutely feel that you must cover your face with something, a majority of you guys aren't even wearing the face mask the right way anyway, because if the seal is not completely around your nose and mouth, or you decide you're going to go speak to somebody and raise the mask up, you might as well have not worn the mask in the first place. Just put a bandana on if you feel you have to do it, or there are amazing steps on Pinterest for you to go download to figure out how to make your own face mask. If you have somebody with a Cricut or know somebody with a Cricut, go ahead, hook them up, throw them a few dollars, have them make you some reusable face masks. Like, those are a thing out there. But you guys are like, the panic that you guys are having right now, it's not a good thing. Like, if you panic and you go buy up all the supplies for the things that we actually need when the medical people need them, then now you're screwed. So I need everybody to simmer down about 12 decibels. I get that it is something scary. This is an outbreak that is going on. Yes, people have died, but a lot of it is because people are ignoring the signs and symptoms. You don't feel well, you paid for your flight, you didn't get insurance, and I'm going on my flight, there's nothing I can do to miss it. So you go get on the flight, and now as of today, we've had 2 people in the Atlanta airport that have been quarantined for coronavirus. Well, guess what? And you not wanting to skip coming home or whatever, wherever you were coming from, you've just now exposed thousands of people to your germs. And it's an airborne illness that people keep forgetting that this is something that is airborne. So as simple as holding a conversation with somebody and you accidentally spit while you're talking, you just now spread that germ over to someone. Clean up, stay safe, sanitize, wipe it down, cough in your hand, sanitizer in your car. Most moms of kids, I can't think of any moms that I know that don't have hand sanitizer somewhere. Like, keep it. My first aid kits, we re-up every year according to the season changes, because again, I'm the lucky family that has all the allergens in the world. Like, we keep our over-the-counter allergy medication. Benadryl is our number one go-to for springtime, because I'm allergic to I'm allergic to ant bites. My son was allergic to bee stings, and because neither of us have had a situation in which our throats close, we can't get an EpiPen. So we keep Benadryl in our home, as well as Alka-Seltzer, which I swear by. It works better than Dayquil. I don't know if it's the bubbles or whatever, but it's cold and flu season. Also, in keeping protected for the whole outbreak or whatever, it is tornado season. Once the spring hits and the weather starts getting kind of funny and it's really rainy outside, and then it gets hot and it's humid out of nowhere, but then it's cool but it's not cool, and the sky's that weird color gray but it's not snowing outside, it's tornado season. So you guys should always try to keep just to be prepared. Keep a case of water, a couple of cans of vegetables and fruit, deep freezer frozen with stuff in it if you need to. Some people are buy the little backup generators. Those I do suggest for people to have. My family does not have one. It is something that I'm looking to buy in the future for our home. But we do have several solar powered, the battery chargers. As long as you can get the solar powered charger charged, at least a one good charge for your little battery, it can charge 2 phones at once, and then the solar power charger will run constantly. It can charge 2 phones at one time, whether they are Android or Apple based, as long as you have your USB port. And so it can charge my laptop, my cell phone, the kids' tablets, those things. My family also keeps a lot of candles and things in the home, just because, like, I like to burn candles anyway, 'cause that's kind of like a whole spiritual thing for me. Light a candle for prayer, meditation, but I also keep my candles in the house because if the power goes out, which, like, during thunderstorms and things, we've had several times where the power's gone out of my home and we don't have light. So on top of the battery or the solar power chargers, we also have the candles and, of course, flashlights. These are just things that you guys should just have anyway. I guess I could do an episode on being prepared for, like, inclement weather. But my family also has, like, a oh crap bag that's packed in the house, like the fire in the house, grab this bag, get out the house type thing. That's just something, I don't know if that's from Dad being in the military or Girl Scouts, always be prepared, but we always have, like, a bag that if we need to run out for whatever reason, it's packed and ready to go. Both of my children do, and then I do as well, so that if we ever need to jump in the car to kind of ride out. I also have a bag in the trunk of my car that if I can't get the oh crap bag in the house, that I could just grab that bag and kind of dip out and do what I need to do. Yes, it's like, oh my God, you get a couple pair. Yes, I have a couple extra pair of underwear just because. No, they're not dirty and funky. They're not holy and stained up. That's just what I do because you never know. What if I need to spend the night somewhere, go to my sister's house, or in my younger years have a drunk night and it's like, okay, I got to crash. So what am I going to do? Yes, I keep a shit bag in the car. So just overall, you guys, just kind of, this is like the quickest little important episode ever. Like, coronavirus outbreak, yes, these are things that it is concerning, and it is something that you need to ensure that you are taking precautions of. But this is something you should be doing again on a daily basis with anything. This time last year, it was a really bad stomach virus that was going out, because again, my whole family was down for a week with the stomach virus. So this is just another virus that you guys should have been preparing for in the first place. Not saying to run around and have a whole basement, like off of what's the movie with Brendan Fraser where the family, like, lived in the basement. The dad was always scared with the bomb shelter. Like, I'm not saying build a bomb shelter. All I'm saying is that take precautions. If you know that you live in a city that floods a lot, you should have precautions. If you know you live in Tornado Valley, like, take precautions. If you know that you get tsunamis, like, you're not going to go to somebody's house in Hawaii and they don't have things that are prepared for tsunamis. Like, you just have to kind of take the precautions for the things in the area that you live in. Georgia, unfortunately for us, we've had snow off and on for the last, my nephew is 12 now, off and on for the last 12 years. It's snowed or we got really bad ice. So that's something that in Georgia, like, if you've lived here for 15 years, 15 out of the 12 years, you need to prepare for snow. That's just the way that it is now. It sucks. Like, it is what it is, and you got to kind of get yourself situated and just have your mind right, guys. Come on now. Unfortunately, most of the stores have already come out and said that they're, like, Costco's and Sam Club are announcing that they are out of toilet paper, they're out of bleach, they're out of the things that you can use to kind of clean up. Don't forget, you can use citrus oils. There are essential oils that you can use. You can find a doTERRA rep and talk to them about how you can use essential oils for your home and kind of keeping stuff for sanitation. But you guys, yeah, this is something, again, you got to prepare for it. Like, it wasn't something that just happened out of nowhere. There's always some kind of germy outbreak or something. There's always some kind of stomach bug going around and making hordes of people sick. No, people might not be dying at the rate in which they are now, but this could also be social media pushing and showing things. Granted, like, we had West Nile virus and there weren't that many outbreaks like this before. The flu, every year people get sick. There's still more people that have died from the flu than have died from coronavirus. So just kind of keep that in mind on the scale of panic to not panic. But yeah, be healthy, be safe, you guys. Go out there, get your little sanitation wipes, wipe your stuff down, just clean up, period. Like, we've talked about organizing stuff. How about you just clean stuff now? That's it for today. I just wanted to come on and talk about that because everybody is kind of, like, freaking out right now, and I just want everybody to be healthy and safe. So drink your orange juice, cut out the milk, and get your Lysol, guys. It's your girl, Tori Grace. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Tori Grace, TORIGR, the number 8CE. And we're out. That's it for tonight. Peace.